Should you snack in between meals? That's a question that somebody emailed into me the other day. And so I thought this would be a great place to answer that question. It's Cathy here with Weight Loss God's Way. And today I want to dispel a myth that is rampant in the health industry, and that is about snacking. I used to tell people, eat every 3 hours to make sure that your blood sugar levels don't fall. You might have heard that also. And here it is a few years later, after doing the research and after learning that that is 100% bunk. That we're not going to get these major drops in our blood sugar that is going to sabotage us. Here's the truth with eating. Eating can be intuitive when you listen to your body and feed it what it needs. The concept of snacking is something relatively new. It was invented by marketers back in the 60s to figure out a way how to give children a snack at around 3 o'clock or so before dinner as women started working. But now we've all embraced this snacking as something so essential to our healthy eating plan, and it's sabotaging us because we end up eating an additional 300, 500 calories a day that we don't need. So if you eat 3 sensible meals a day with the right nutrition in them, then you will be satisfied in between meals. You don't necessarily need to snack. Right? However, unfortunately, a lot of us, because our meals aren't healthy and satisfying, then we do need to snack. And so what's the answer? Listen to your body. Step 1, ideally, is you do want to make sure each of your meals are packed with a good, healthy serving of carbohydrate, healthy protein, healthy fats, as unprocessed as possible, and as natural as possible. That should sustain you until your next meal. Let's say that next meal is lunch. And then have another healthy meal at lunch. That should sustain you through dinner. You don't necessarily need to have snacks in between. But if you're hungry, and that's where listening to your body comes into place, if you're hungry, then have a healthy snack. But get rid of the notion that you need to eat every 3 hours. You don't need to eat every 3 hours. Nothing is going to happen to you. It's not going to hamper your weight loss. But also pay attention to your body, because maybe if you need to eat every 3 hours, it's because your body's saying, you haven't fed me enough and I'm hungry, right? Sometimes we just try to make this health thing so complicated. And when we can learn to tune into our bodies and listen to what it's saying, it's going to tell us. So again, let me wrap up. You do not need to eat every 3 hours in order to keep your blood sugar levels high, as we've been taught. If you can eat healthy foods at your meals, then you can sustain your energy levels without worrying about those major dips. Also, naturally be aware that at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's just how our bodies was designed, our melatonin will increase and we will have that kind of 2 o'clock afternoon tiredness. You can offset that by, again, eating healthy, balanced meals, which will prevent that dip. So I hope that helps for snacking. It will always continue to be a controversy where some will say yes and some will say no. But that is my take on it. If you do enjoy my daily chats, then be sure to hit subscribe to the channel below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.